We'll go to L drive right now. Hold on. It's taking forever. Let's see. Let me log off. Let me log off.
Even.
Unmute yourself. Brooke, Mackenzie, you two are muted. Hello. Hi.
Can you guys see me?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, why does it say you're Jana?
So for some reason, my account wasn't working today. So it's still me, Miss Jamie, but it's not. For some reason, let me see if I can rename myself for this. Perfect. All right.
A dog. How do you do?
All right. Let's see. We're gonna get
Wait.
easier to see people. Yay!
Miss Jamie,
Yes.
what do you need for this?
Huh?
What do we need?
You might just need a pencil and some paper. That's
how you do it. I got the Can you do that? I need to do something.
Yep, I think pencil and paper is automatic.
We can't do it.
Ready?
We can't do it.
All right. And parents, if you're logging in and you see me, if you want to change the name on your screen, you can kind of click on the picture and there's 3 little dots and you can go down and click rename and it helps so that way you can see. So that way you can like change their name. So if I call on them, because right now I see the name Heather. Henry, there we go. Perfect. Now I know your name so I can call on you. Perfect. Oh, I see Charlie. I see Addison and Luke and Allison, right? Allison from the other day. Perfect. We're going to wait just a few minutes and get started. How are you doing, Charlie? Are you good? Good. Good to see you. And
I know how to do it.
yes.
I don't see that rename button.
Okay.
Where's the rename button? The rename button, if you
You click on your name.
birthday boy Luke McClellan.
I mean, happy birthday, Luke. There we
I
go.
changed my name too.
All right, perfect. Then I know who you are. And is this Bella? Is that your name? All right, let's see. And I've got Charlie. All right. And this is Allison and Addison.
Mom, a ton of people are muted.
I know.
I'll mute myself then.
Well, we're just getting ready to get started. We're getting everybody in.
I still don't see it.
You see me?
I mean like the rename button that you.
Stop, Charlie. Please don't do that.
Gotcha.
I asked you to
Okay,
please.
thank you.
Okay. All right. And you are Allison, right? In the corner, Allison? All right. Are we all ready? Let's see. We are going to get started. Hi, everybody. I am Miss Jamie. If you don't remember, if you haven't met me yet, we are going to do a little math together. And this is actually the first time that I have done a 3-act task. I created this all by myself. So sometimes you'll go to websites and they have really cool 3-act tasks. Today, I created one. So we're going to see about this. So in a 3-act tasks, the first thing you do is you're going to get the problem. You're going to be able to see what is the problem. So we're going to watch a video that's going to show us a problem. And I want you to think about, 1, what do you notice from this video? And number 2 is, what do you think the problem is? Like, what do you think we have to solve? All right, so is everybody ready to see the video? Thumbs up if you're ready to see this video.
I don't know why our video is not sharing.
Excellent job. You ready? All right, I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to show you, this is our video. All right, that was a little tricky. So we're going to watch it one more time. And I want you to think about, what do you notice? Okay? Think about, what do you notice when you watch this video? Okay, so we're going to think about, what did we notice in that video? And I am going to put you guys in, I can't do it. Okay, so what did we notice in that video? What did you notice? All right, let's talk to Callista. What did you notice?
It doesn't have the right cups for measuring.
It doesn't have the right cups for measuring. Did anybody else notice that? You can give me too. Up, doesn't have the right cups for measuring. All right. Did anybody notice anything else? What else did we notice? Joe VB, what did you notice?
I noticed that, well, you needed 3/4, but you only had 1/8.
All right, so I'm going to record this. So you and Callista kind of said the same thing. So the recipe said I needed 3/4 cups, but I am a little unorganized in the kitchen, and I could only find a 1/8 cup. So this is what I have. Good job. Did anybody, I see me too. Some people notice that too. Some people are like, oh, that's a 1/8 cup.
Is that?
You noticed that too? Good. All right, Toby, what did you notice?
I noticed that the bag, I think you were trying to make cheddar cheese biscuit mix.
Okay, cheddar cheese biscuit mix.
It said cheddar cheese biscuit.
It was cheddar cheese biscuits. All right, anybody else notice that? Give me a me too if you noticed that too. Oh, a lot of people noticed that too. Yeah, we were making some cheddar cheese biscuits. All right. Did anybody notice anything else that you want to share? All right, Henry. Henry, what'd you notice? Wait, hold on, Henry. Henry, can you unmute yourself? For some reason, it's not letting me unmute you. Okay, good job. Henry, what did you notice?
Okay.
You said you didn't preheat the oven.
I didn't preheat the oven. You're right. So there was lots of directions that weren't followed yet, right? There was no preheating. I don't have the right cups. Like, I don't know if these cheddar biscuits are going to happen because it looks like I had 3/4 cups. I need it, or I have an 1/8 cup. I need 3/4. I haven't preheated. All right. So now here comes the question. And the question is, how can I use the 1/8 cup to find 3/4 cup? So I want everybody to think about that for a minute. I don't want an answer. I just want you to think about, because we're now in Act 2. So we're exploring what we know. So we already know this. We already know there's 3/4 cups I need, but I only have an 1/8 cup. So thinking about that, hi Addison. I want you to think about, what do I do? How can I do this? Can I do it? Can I use a 1/8 cup to get 3/4? Some people are saying yes, they think I can. Some people are saying, nope, this recipe is over. You cannot do it. All right, so we're kind of split. Yes, we can. No, we can't. Okay. All right, I would like to hear from somebody who says we can do it. They think yes. Yes, I think this is a possibility. Let's hear from, is this Brooke? Brooke is giving me a thumbs up. All right, Brooke, can you tell me about it? Why do you think yes we can?
It's Mackenzie, Jamie.
All right, Mackenzie. Sorry, Mackenzie.
I think you can, because you can use the 8 cups and you don't have to use the whole thing.
So you're saying I could use the 1/8 cup.
And you can only use enough to make what you need.
I guess my question is, which is bigger, 1/8 or 3/4? So I want you to show me this, 1/8.
But you can reuse that 1/8.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. So I could reuse the 1/8. Okay, I want you to
reuse the 1/8, but you don't have to put it 3 times. You can just use it until you don't need it.
Okay, so this is some great exploration. I see some me toos. I see some clapping. They like this idea, Mackenzie. So what Mackenzie said is she feels like you can use the 1/8 more than one time to make 3/4. But I want to know which is bigger, 1/8 or 3/4. So I want you to show me 1/8 or 3/4. Which one is greater, holds a greater volume? 1/8 or 3/4? Everybody show me with your fingers. I see a couple 1/8 and I see a couple 3/4. Which one do you think is bigger, 1/8 or 3/4? You guys are brilliant. Brilliant. I see a lot of 3/4. So if 3/4 is bigger, then how can I use my 1/8 to make 3/4? What do you think? What do you think? Does someone have an idea? I see a lot of ideas. Let's see. Cameron? Is that Cameron down there? Cameron? Cameron, what could I do? Cameron, what do you think I could do?
This is my first meeting.
This is your first meeting? Well, welcome. I'm super excited.
Bleh.
Welcome. We are working on this 1/8 and 3/4. So we have 1/8 cup, and we need to have a 3/4 cup for me to make cheesy
What letter does the image start with?
and we are not quite sure how to do it.
We need the bottom to be the same.
Okay, so you think we need to somehow make the bottom the same. Good thinking. So when he's talking about the bottom, what number do you think he's talking about? Show me with your fingers. Is he talking about 1, this number, this number, this number, or this number? Show me that many fingers. Which ones do you think have to be the same? When he's talking about the bottom number. Good job. I see April showing me 4. Good job, Addison showing me 4. I see some people showing me 4 and 8. So you guys think, he says we should make these numbers the same. I don't know how to do that. So what could we do? Let's see, what could we do? Let's hear from Addison. Addison, what could we do?
So 8 goes into 4 because 4 and 4 is 8.
Oh, so you're just telling me some things we know. So we know 8 has a 4 and a 4 in it. Okay. So you think that this will work? We'll be able to make 4s with 8s? Okay. How are we going to do it? How can we do it? Let's see. Callista, what do you think? Callista. Can you speak super loud, hun? Let me unmute you again. There we go. All right, go ahead.
You
What-
need to add. You need to double the amount of cups.
Double
So
which
you need
one?
to do a 6. 6 1/8 cups.
Oh,
6 1.
how did you know why do you think we need 6 1/8 cups?
Well, because that is only, the denominator is only half of the other denominator. So you double it to make it equal.
That was a lot of math you just said, girlfriend. So what you told me, that's pretty cool that you thought about this. So she noticed a relationship here, and I'm gonna write what you said. Callista, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, right? But you said you noticed 3/4 and you have 1/8. And you said this is half, right?
Yes.
So you said that this number is half of 8. So to find out how many of 1/8 cups I need to double this number?
Yes.
Okay, so you're just saying I can double this. Why does that work?
Because 4 is half of 8.
Okay.
It's just split smaller.
Oh, so this is smaller. So 1/8, how many 1/8s would I need to make 1/4? Just a 1/4 cup.
You would need 2 8s.
I would need 2 groups of these 1/8 cups. This, guys, if you don't know this, this is a grouping symbol. So I'm gonna put this up here. We had 1/4, you said. I would need 2, and this means groups of 1/8. Is that right?
Yes.
I mean, 2 groups of the 1/8 cup. Another way you said that is that I could write it as, you said this is also the same as 2/8. Can I put what you're saying on a number line?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put 0 here and 1 here. I also would like to label my half just because it's me. I just like to label the half so I know where it is. So I had 1/8, and then you said I had 2/8, and 2/8 is the same as 1/4.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so you just gave us a lot of information. So I'm gonna mute you for a second. If we know that 2/8 is the same as 1/4, 2/8 is the same as 1/4, how could we figure out 3/4? I want you guys to just take 30 seconds and write down whatever it is you think you could do to solve this. if we know 2/8 is equal to 1/4, how could we figure out how many 1/8 are in 3/4? So I'm gonna clip this up here so that we can show the things that we know and the things that we are still finding out. So we've already, you guys have told me, we've already figured out that 2/8 is the same as, or holds the same value as 1/4. But I needed to make 3/4 cups. So how many 8s would that be? If you have a paper and you want to write something on your paper, you can, and we can look at it. Or if you have the answer, I see Cameron's like, I think I figured this out, and he's holding it up. You can do that too. So think about, if I know, we already figured out 1/4 is the same as 2 groups of 1/8 or 2/8. How many are 3/4? You can hold your paper right up to the camera. Put it right up close to this camera so that way we can all see it. Oh, good job. I don't think your name is Simone, but you're on Simone's camera. I see your paper. Yes, good job. Oh, whoa. Is that Callista you have up there? Good job. I'm seeing lots of things. I should tell you guys, if you're ever in a Zoom, and I should say this from now on, it's easier if you can write in Sharpie, so that way we can all see it. Oh, can you hold that up again, Brooke? I'm seeing so many different strategies. I'm seeing some of you that just know it. I'm seeing number lines. Wow. All right, let's have a little bit of discussion and see if we can figure out. I think most of you got the answer. I'm gonna write this up here. If you got it, got me thumbs up, because I'm seeing so many people that have this on here. They have this number, 6/8. If that's what you got, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't give that, give me just no thumbs at all. I'm seeing lots of thumbs up. Awesome job. All right. I saw lots of good work here. Let's talk to, someone want to share? Does someone want to share their thinking? All right, let's see. Brooke. Brooke. Stop right. Brooke, before
I
you,
knew
Brooke,
one
can you hold
fourth
your paper up? Brooke, can you hold your paper up so we can all see what you did? Hold it up super duper close. Let's see. Okay, so tell us what you did.
So I knew 1/4 was equal to 2/8. So, and I knew 3 1/4 equals 3/4. So then you'd have to do 2 1 8. Wait, actually, oh, one sec. I did something wrong.
You know what
I
mathematicians
like
do?
the way that you are figuring that out, Brooke. That's really awesome.
That's Miss Janet in here too.
I'm trying to help you on the back end. So I'm trying to help with the mutes and I spotlighted her video. Should just in a
Oh,
second.
perfect. Look at that. All right. Show us what you did then, Brooke.
So I knew 1/8 was equal to 2/8. I mean 1/4 was equal to 2/8. So I did. So I knew in 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4. So, and I needed 2 1/8 for each 1/4. So I'd have to add all those up, and that would equal 3/4. And there was 6 1/8 in all.
Can you pull your paper back just a little bit, Brooke? Just a little bit so we can see them all? See how she labeled that on the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 1/8. Anybody have any questions for Brooke? Anybody have a question for Brooke? Raise your hand if you have a question for Brooke. Everybody understands what she did? Awesome. All right. Can anybody revoice or tell me what you think Brooke did? Can anybody revoice because they were listening really well and they were like, man, I understand exactly what you did. All right. I don't see anybody quite ready to revoice, so I'm going to revoice Brooke. Is that okay, Brooke?
Can I revoice?
Yes, Miss Jana, go for it.
When you were explaining, Brooke, I was drawing a picture. Can you guys see my screen? Oh, wait.
We can.
Let me, hold on one second. I forgot to do one thing. All right, now let me try this again. Now, can you see my screen?
Yep, we can
Yes.
see
All
your
right. So I took 3/4. I drew a picture of 3/4 and I put it on a balance scale. And then I kept bringing eighths down. Like every time you said you added an eighth, I brought an eighth down. And I found that 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8.
Miss Jana, can you show us that live? Will it work live?
Yes.
All right.
All right. So first we knew we had 3/4, right? So I brought 3 of these down to the scale. Why do you think I brought 3/4 down to the scale? Why do you think? Brooke, why do you think?
Because 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And if I look at my balance, look at this special sign down here. Do you see where my mouse is? Right now I have 3/4 on this side of my balance. How much do I have on this side of my balance?
0.
I have 0. So right now, 3/4 is greater than 0. So when you said that you were bringing eighths down, I brought them down and I did 2 eighths, but guess what? 3/4 is still big, right?
still heavier.
Yep. So then I brought down 3/8. Is 3/4 still bigger?
Yes.
Yeah. And so I kept bringing them down every time Brooke said she was bringing it down until my balance became what?
Equal.
Equal. So 3/4 has equivalent value. They take 3/4 has the same area as 6/8. These lines are the same length from beginning to end as 6/8.
And Corbin, I like what you said when you said 3/4 still had more. It was still bigger area. Until we got to 6/8, and then at 6/8 we were good.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? I'm gonna put this fraction scale in the chat box, and maybe you and your parents can play with the fraction scale later.
That sounds awesome.
All right. There you go. That was a really cool strategy book. It helped me make a picture to go with it. Thank you for sharing.
All right, Callista. I think it was Callista. Can you show us your picture real quick? I think your picture might look a lot like Miss Jana's, what Miss Jana was just showing us. All right, let's see. Do you guys see Callista's picture? I'm not sure how I spotlight her video. There we go. All right. Callista, can you tell us about it? Callista, can you tell us about, let me see if I can undo you. Oh, I didn't unmute you. Callista, can you tell us about your picture?
I drew two fractions lined up the other, and I made 1 into 1/4 and 1 into 8. And then it shows how they are equal.
Oh, all right. Allison's giving you guys a round of applause too. Excellent. So I can see, but I have a question for you. You have 4/4. How did you know how many were in 3/4? You can look at your paper if you want.
Callista, can you draw a line or shade 3/4 so that we can see it clearly? Can you draw a line where you knew 3/4 was?
You can take your paper back, hun.
Can you hear us, Callista?
I don't think she can hear us. Callista, can you hear us? Callista, can you hear us? Can you show us where 3/4 is? Can you shade 3/4 so we can see where that part was? I think her mom might be able to hear us.
It shows.
Callista.
Yeah, can you just draw up around 3/4 or shade the 3/4 so we can see it? I think she's having some problems because her mom's texting. Okay. Yep. Callista, can you show 3/4 on the model?
I tried to send her a message in the chat.
Oh, she's doing it.
Okay.
There we go. Yay. When volume goes, we can still do it.
Thank you, Mom.
All right. Ooh, I think we shaded both. All right. I'm excited to see what she's shaded here. I see her sister Eleanor sitting beside her is also working on something. Is it similar? If you didn't have Callista's strategy, you can write it down because it's a different way to do it. Or you can write down Brooke's strategy, either one of those strategies that makes sense to you. Or even if you have a different strategy, you can write it down on your piece of paper. Callista, can you show us your shaded part now? Can you hold it up to the camera? Awesome. So she shaded the part that's equal to 3/4. And how many 8ths was that?
6.
Excellent job. All right. We're now going to check. We're going to see, because part of the 3-act task is we have to see, did we get it right? Right? So the 3rd act is, did we get it right? So we already did our 1st act. We watched the video. We discussed the problem. We discussed all the things that we knew. We came up with a solution of 6/8. Now we have to see, is that what happens in real life? All right, you ready to see? Okay. Let me share my screen. And I believe it is this.
Hey, Jamie.
Yes?
Before you start that, I wanted that if you're a kid watching, Miss Jamie is sharing her screen, and at the top you should see a green bar. Beside that, you should see a view options. If you click view options and go down to side-by-side mode, you'll be able to see Miss Jamie and Miss Jamie's screen at the same time.
Miss Jana, can I do that?
You can't as the host, but we
Okay.
can watching you.
Perfect.
You can do it when someone else is sharing their screen.
All right. Oh, good. I can do that.
Yeah. So if
All right.
I share my screen, you can do side by side. That way we can see you and the video at the same time.
Perfect.
Or
Okay.
your screen, whichever.
Everybody
so it's two
ready?
options side by side.
So here I am.
Hi, Jamie.
All right. Are you ready? This is my kitchen. So we got to see, is 6 1/8 cups work? All right. So count along with us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it is all the way full. So guys, you got it right. You figured it out. Yay, I see some dancing. You should dance. That's awesome. Absolutely, you should dance. So we figured out that I could use 6/8, or as you guys said before, 6, let me see how to write this. right over here, 6 groups of 1/8 cups is the same as 3/4. All right, does anybody else want to share anything they noticed?
That's a good question.
Anybody else want to share anything they noticed? I noticed I had a 3/4 cup. Why didn't I just use that in the first place? Would have made this whole thing a lot easier if I just would have used that in the first place. All right, you guys did a great job with the 3-act tasks. If this was your first one, I know this was our first one for, I think, Corbin and Cameron, right? This was your first one. You guys did an awesome
Corbin's
job.
done some of the younger ones, but this is his first 3-5 one. Corbin's
Oh,
in second
wow.
grade, learning some 3-5 fractions.
Whoa, that's awesome. Well, we're going to do a K2 one in just a few minutes. You guys did an excellent job today. Great work sharing, and we're going to do some more of these. All right, we'll see you later.
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Do math.
Good night.
Still here? You're still here. Let me see the holes.
Bye.